Oh, hello there. Welcome, my friends, travelers of the verse, and welcome to another video. I am so happy to be able to have this video and be able to talk to you guys today because I am actually super excited about today's subject. I want to talk about Iron Lung. The movie, just first off, was terrible. I'm kidding. Please don't click away. The movie was fantastic. Best movie so far I've seen this year. And of course, I haven't seen a ton of movies, so I know that probably is like a silly statement. But I do want to say, I loved it. It's been a while where I went to the movie theaters and really thought, wow, that's a fantastic movie. I saw Thunderbolts, I saw Fantastic Four last year. Certainly Fantastic Four was a good movie, not as great as it could have been, but it was good. At least I thought it was. Thunderbolts I thought was a really great movie, and better than most of the Marvel movies that have come out for that phase. And even though it was only Marvel movies at the end of the year that I really saw, when I heard about Iron Lung, I was a bit excited. Only a little bit, because at first when you hear that a YouTuber is making a movie, you probably go back to the movies made by like Smosh and stuff like that, where they were a little bit cringy. And that gets concerning. But when you also hear that it's based on the horror video game that person played, now that's a big difference. Markiplier is somebody I've been watching since I was in like middle school. I love Markiplier. It might have been in high school, but I can't really remember. It was around that time, right? I grew up watching him play Let's Plays of horror games. But the ones I started watching him in wasn't Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, or I mean Five Nights at Freddy's. It wasn't Slender Man. It wasn't even Amnesia, which he's pretty popular for. It was Outlast. That got me really into the Outlast series, and watching him play was one of the best things ever. When I was watching him when I was sick, or I was annoyed after school, like it did make me happy. So Markiplier, if you do watch this video, just so you know, I really enjoyed your videos growing up, and just even now, I enjoy them a lot. But when I had seen him play Iron Lung, it was a phenomenal game. Shout out to Szymanski for creating that game. Like, well done, man. Markiplier playing it was enjoyable. But I never would have thought, I would have never have guessed that if you had told me when that game, or when that video had come out, that Markiplier was going to make a movie out of it, I would have been like, okay, yeah. Like, certainly I love Markiplier. It's just you would not have guessed that a movie like that would be, like, certainly interesting plot. The video game is a cosmic horror, abyssal horror game that is full of, like, dread and, like, curiosity and, of course, horror and suspense. And you're a person inside a kind of a ruined sci-fi submarine in a blood ocean. And that's all, like, cool. That's fascinating. It's just when you hear that a YouTuber is going to make a movie, you don't know what to think. Personally, yes, I want to support it because I love Markiplier and the game was cool and the story is interesting. The thing is you just don't know. So when I decided to go see it, I think it was not last week, but 2 weeks ago, I think, I was happily surprised. Now, I don't want to just talk about how great the movie is over and over again. I want to talk about specific things that made the movie great. Going into the movie theater, and I'm not going to spoil anything, so relax for everyone. I don't want anyone to be spoiled because it's so good, so go watch it. But the movie, coming into the movie theaters and watching commercials and trailers, I was just sitting there and suddenly it goes straight into the movie. I thought that was genius, especially how they opened it up, almost like two doors like opening. At first I was like, wait, is this another trailer? And it's the movie playing. And in the Cinemark, the sound effects were amplified, like the surround sound. When you're in the submarine with Markiplier's character Simon, when sounds happen, it was so cool that the movie theater like had them transfer around, and it made it feel like you were inside the submarine with Markiplier. That was a big thing. It really felt like you were in the submarine with Markiplier. The music added to the emotion and the feelings of dread, the feelings of fear, the feelings of uncertainty that the main character is feeling, and the whole time you're just thinking, what's going to happen? I wasn't super scared by the movie, but I don't get easily scared. But I thought it did a great job at being like intense, being frightening. Despite me not getting scared, there were moments where like I was like, oh, whoa, what just happened? Because cosmic horror often is also psychological, and so is abyssal horror a little bit. And so those two elements, they make you think like, oh, what was that? Like there will be moments where you're enjoying the movie, you're like really invested, and then suddenly like, what? What just happened? And things happen, and you feel really invested. You care about the character. Speaking of characters, I was worried. Markiplier, I would watch him in the movie and be like, oh, it's Markiplier. But I was pleasantly surprised. Mark did a fantastic job at playing this scavenger prisoner character who is forced to go on this mission into the depths of this blood ocean. It was just really enjoyable to watch Markiplier. And in the beginning, I certainly thought, oh, that's Markiplier. But as I watched the movie, I saw only the character. I thought it was fantastic. He did a really good job at really displaying a character that's frustrated, that is not just an archetype alone, but someone who you could relate to. And I really wanted to know his story. I really wanted to know like what is he going through and why he's even here. What also made the movie fantastic? The cinematography. Greatest thing ever. The cinematography was so good. The shots were so intentional, and you could feel that they weren't just shots to be shots. They were shots to tell the story. It was a lot of show, don't tell, and they spoke and explained things when it was necessary, and it felt natural because of that. So the pacing was a bit slow in some ways, but I wasn't bothered by that personally. The movie starts out in the beginning pretty like strong. Then in the middle there is like what you could consider slowness, but I thought it intriguing. You see Markiplier's character Simon go through the navigating of this vast ocean and cave systems and things like that, and I actually was so invested. I was scared, like there was some nervousness for sure. It was not that I wasn't scared at all. There was just more of like suspense than there was just straight up fear. And I was so intrigued with the lore, so intrigued with the world building. And being there with Markiplier, I really felt like I was in the sub. Because of the cinematography, the music, the sound design, in terms of like sound effects and how it was treated, I felt like I was really there. The build up till the end of the movie got certainly more like fast paced, and it became more extreme, intense, and you really got scared and for your character, the main character, and you really wanted him to be able to survive. And that's what I really enjoyed, is I loved that I got attached to the character and the story. I was glad that I didn't feel like some outsider, because sometimes with world building you can easily distance yourself from your audience, but I didn't feel like that's what happened. My biggest complaint was the sound design. As much as I liked the sound effects, as much as I liked that I could hear people for the most part, there were moments when music or certain sound effects clashed, and it became extremely hard to hear. And those were the moments where I could understand and hear, for the most part, the important things and know what's going on for the most part, but I really wanted to hear it. Like, I wanted to be able to enjoy it. So I would say the biggest complaint I have was sound design. In terms of effects, I thought the effects were really good. It's almost like alien technology. You know, Alien the movie with Sigourney Weaver. Not Reaver. Different movie. But I really, I liked the technology. I liked the effects. And I thought for a movie like starting out first time, they did a really good job. So, all in all, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I know it's like pretty like big, but that should tell you the movie was phenomenal. Like, I do not, like, this is not an exaggeration. This is not a plug-in. This is not me trying to just support Markiplier for the sake of supporting him. I respect Markiplier's work as a YouTuber, and after watching his movie, I'm respecting him as a writer and director. And I want you guys to all know, go watch the movie. If you liked my video on Abyssal Horror, and link up here if you haven't seen it, it goes into things like Iron Lung. It's a great segue into understanding a little bit about the genre that Iron Lung is a part of. It's not just cosmic horror, but also abyssal horror, which takes place in like watery depths. But legitimately, you will enjoy it. It's a good horror movie. It's a great suspense sci-fi that you can enjoy with a date, your spouse, or friends. Certainly not for kids, just because it is a horror movie and there are intense moments that would be a little scarring, a little jarring for them. But all in all, fantastic movie. So go watch Iron Lung. It's still out in theaters, and it's amazing what it's been able to accomplish and show us. I love the movie, not just because of everything else I've named. Cinematography, writing, the storytelling, world building, all of it. The biggest thing that I love about it is Markiplier has gone against the man in a way. Those big companies, like, okay, I do love Disney, but I like older Disney. I don't like a lot of the things they've come up with. Some stuff like Moana and Tangled are pretty good, but they've really lost their touch, and they've lost touch with their audience. And it's nice to see an original, independent, and I would even dare say, like, real creator create something and have success with it. It inspires me, and it also makes me like want to create more for you guys. On this channel, it's all about trying to get to creating a business that is a storytelling business, to be alongside Markiplier and people like Brandon Sanderson and just other creators, trying to bring good stories back. Good storytelling driven by passion. This was a passion project. Markiplier's movie was a full passion project. That's what made it good, and it made millions. And I think that's what we all want. That's a sign to all of those companies out there, no matter who they are, whether we really like them or not, that we want good storytelling. We don't want political, social agendas. I think, all in all, that is what we want. We want stories made by storytellers that are genuine, that are beautiful, and that really actually make us feel something. So, all in all, 9 out of 10 for me. And you should go watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It went a little longer than I wanted to, but I hope you enjoy these slightly longer videos. If you do, if you don't, write in the comments down below. I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. And I would love some support. I'm thinking of starting a Patreon to be able to gain support so I can start creating more stories for you guys. If you guys have seen Iron Lung, you like this review, and you like what I do here on this channel, please lend your support. I'm still working on figuring out what some of those things are like, how to get a Patreon started and things like that. But I'm hoping in the future I'll be able to get it up and running for you guys, and I can share more content with you. Your support is greatly appreciated, especially with the subscribes and the likes and the comments. I love your feedback, and I really enjoy being able to talk with you guys. As a mysterious stranger, I've enjoyed being able to create these videos and lend your support to people like Markiplier and myself, trying to create and build better worlds. So, my friends, I love you all, And I've enjoyed being able to talk with you today. And as always, I'll see you on the other side of the gates.